David Bowie, Modern Love, right here on Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there is having an amazing day. I certainly am just enjoying the heck out of this one. All right, so bringing more money into your life. A lot of people have actually asked me to do videos on this, and I apologize I haven't, and really it's a great topic, and I'm going to start to try to get more of this in there because it's definitely something I'm having fun with. I've had great results with this approach and certainly these things that I'm talking about. So, I'm still doing it. I'm still using it, and I'm actually seeing things happen from it and have been for months and months. Like, it's a growing thing. A lot of people are like, I want to be a millionaire now. I don't really talk about that. That's not how it works in my world, but it actually grows exponentially or very quickly. And it's interesting how it starts to play out. So it's all different for most of us. And so I'm going to talk about some of those things. But many kind of focus on money itself. The idea of more money. I'd like to have more money. I'd like to see my paycheck with more money. I envision a larger paycheck. And a lot of people do that, and there is some merit to that. I'm not saying that's a bad process. But what I am saying is I don't think it's as good a process as you can do. So when you focus on just the money, what is it really that you're focusing on? You're looking for a number. You want to spend more money. I want to be able to spend more money. So if I imagine larger digits after, add a zero after, right, and think about that, then it's like, well, I'd have an extra $1,000 a month, or I'd have $3,000 extra a month. And we don't really put that in any sort of perspective. So thinking about money is great. Playing the lottery is great. I'm going to win the lottery. All right, that's pretty much the same thing. You're looking for a dollar amount because that's what a lotto win is, right? And that does happen for a teeny weeny tiny percentage of people. Yes, it does happen, but teeny tiny percentage of people. I generally like to kind of play the numbers. And when it comes to manifesting, I've seen better results adding more to it. So what it means to me to add more to it is to think of what it is that my life will be. How will my life be is a better way to put it when I have this additional wealth. So for example, maybe we're going to use round numbers. Maybe you make $2,000 a month, right? $1,000 every 2 weeks. It's a crappy salary. Where I live, you'd probably be on the street somehow pushing a shopping cart, but still making $2,000 a month. Don't know how. But again, it would be tough to live on a small amount of money like that, right? So at $2,000 a month, trying to get more money to you would mean maybe being able to move out. Or maybe being able to just have one job, right? You start thinking about how's my life different if I doubled my salary, right? I'm currently making $2,000. For me to imagine more than that can be a little challenging because I don't really know what it's like. Like living with a lot of money is something that you understand when you're doing it, right? So for the most part, you're always trying to expand what your thought process or how your life will be when you've got more money. So from the standpoint of $2,000 to $4,000, well, now all of a sudden, maybe you're living in a decent apartment or an apartment that's in a decent part of town. Maybe it's still the one section of the town that's not as awesome, but you're still in a way better town. Your kids are going to a better school, right? Like that's an improvement. So that's what you imagine. You imagine life in the next step. So for that to happen, when you keep imagining living in the nicer city, closer to a better school, your kids being happy, you're imagining them smiling, you're imagining the bus pull up and then getting on the bus and no one getting black eyes and bloody noses out in line for the bus every day, right? Like it's a better world now. So that is what you imagine. What that does is create a need for the universe to provide you more money. So your paycheck will end up doubling, some sort of not divine guidance, but some sort of, you're going to get a desire. Someone's going to come out of the blue. There's going to be a job opening you hear about. Something's going to happen that's going to lead you towards this better paying job that you are certainly qualified for. Not just like manifesting love or anything else. There's that need, and am I good enough for this? Am I worthy of this? So there's always that worthiness factor in anything we're manifesting. So always keep that in check, but just speaking to the larger picture. When you're trying to double your salary, you try to imagine what the next step will be. Maybe you're already making $10,000 a month right now, and you're trying to double your salary, all right? So now you're thinking about, all right, I'm going to travel. I'm going to be totally first class more. I see myself in the boat that I've been trying to create for a long time. I see myself walking up to my Maserati, whatever, like doubling your salary if that's why you're doing it, right? Whatever the reason is. I see myself in my bigger home, right? My bigger house that I've wanted to get that maybe faces the ocean, right? I've been manifesting that dream home for years now, and it's happening. I've been getting raises and promotions, and things along the way are growing and growing to the place where I'll be able to have that. So it's a process and it happens. But you keep focusing on the outcome. What is it that I want to experience? Why do I want more money? What is it about more money that I'm going to have or live with or become or do? What changes? No matter what your reasoning for wanting more money. I don't care if it's as crazy as I just want to buy more shoes and clothes. All right. So imagine a closet full of really nice shoes and bags lying around your room from Louis Vuitton or Gucci or I don't know, whatever fill-in super awesome name here. Like, I don't care if that's your thing. Maybe some of them will be knockoffs, which will be kind of funny, but they'll be really good ones, right? So no one will even know that they're actually fake. But, right, that might be some of them. It's just the way manifestations happen. You end up with some awesome shoes that you maybe got from an estate sale. I don't have to pay full price for everything, do I? Right? So sometimes it's not necessarily the money as so much the things that you're trying to manifest, the things you desire. So you don't have to necessarily become a millionaire to be able to buy a bunch of shoes. Hopefully there's a larger vision that you hold for having more money. But again, if you're trying to manifest shoes, all right, manifest shoes, manifest away, have a blast, shoe time, right? Going down to the boot barn. So whatever the case is, you're going to have your chances out of there. Now, the last really important part of this is if you're trying to become wealthier, look at the people that are closest to you. Look at your closest friends. Now, there's a couple different ways to look at this. There's two different approaches that I've kind of read about and heard about. Some of it is the people around you kind of represent an average of you. And if those people around you are at your level or below, they're not helping driving you. And at least 4 out of 5, they say 5 because you almost typically know at least one person that is maybe of the wealthier status, right? But that's the thing is you need to have more of that where you're trying to get people in your life. And the more of them that you can spend time with, the more time that you understand how they think, feel, say, and do. You hear them talk. You feel the way it is to be wealthier. You may not know exactly what it's like to have $1 million, but when you hang out with a millionaire, you learn what it's like to have $1 million. And when you learn that, you can start to imagine that. And when you can start to imagine that, you can start to create that. And that's what holds back most of us. Most of us are stuck at that money. I want more money. That's not what you want. You want more stuff, or you want a better life, or you want to head out, or you want to get out of the city, or you want to travel more, or you want a boat, or you want a really nice car, or you just want a car that runs. I want to pass smog. Whatever. It doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. Accomplish the things you're trying to do. That is what builds the wealth. So as you expand your understanding of what your life should be like right now, when you start to imagine yourself getting into your Maserati, the kind of furniture you're going to have inside your house, the paintings you will probably have on the wall if you were making that kind of money. If you were making that kind of money, you go down to art galleries and buy crap that's probably overpriced, but it's easier to get it there, right? Or you know artists, whatever the case is. You create the life that you want, and then the wealth follows. I'll do more shows on this. I think it's a lot of fun. But remember, you want to have that mentor too. That's the other thing. Get a mentor in your life. If you really want to make more money, get somebody that's making more money. Just get them to understand, dude, I really want to learn from you in a lot of ways. Don't be all like weird about it, but just like, you're very successful. I'd like to be more successful. So, if you could just from time to time, maybe throw me some thoughts on what you think it really means to be successful, like how you became successful. Share with me. Talk to me. Help me understand how it happened for you. And then it gives you that perspective and helps you imagine things that can help you get there. So wealth is a fun fork. There's I think love and wealth and health, I think are kind of different paths, similar things, but you do it differently. You imagine it differently. It's a different kind of concept. So it's very fun how we create these things in our life. And I just love it. Frankly, it's one of the best parts of it all. So bringing more money into your life, this is seriously going to make a huge difference if you start doing this. You'll probably start noticing things pretty quickly start to happen. Not instantly making more money, but doors start opening. Questions start being asked that are in the same question. Like you get those coincidences also, and it will be awesome when it happens. I'm telling you, it's a blast. It's a fun time too. All right, so we're going out with a great song by Duran Duran. The song's called Rio. It's right here on Dan Radio Style.